Welcome back to the channel, guys. If you're new around here, my name's Gage. Let's get this video started. So I just picked up this 1999 Honda Civic EX sedan. I actually used to own this car about 2.5 years ago. I traded it for a '02 GMC Sierra single cab, and ever since then I regretted it. Been searching for this car, could never find it, but here we go. I finally found it. I traded my '04 Cat Eye for it, so sort of flip-flop, but like I said, I owned this about 2.5 years ago, and once I traded it, it was just a heartbreaking moment. I searched and searched, and a couple different owners that had went through. I counted about 5 that I know of, which is crazy to me that 5 different people had this car, and at the end of the day, it finally came back to me. It is definitely not in the state that I left it. When I had traded this car, it had a lot done to it. It had a full Yonaka exhaust, true heart suspension all the way around, every bell and whistle you can think of. I had 15x9 plus 0 offset WED Cerberus 1s on here. They were beautiful on this car, perfect spec. Currently it's sitting on some circuit racing or circuit performance wheels, it looks like. I looked them up earlier. It looks like they're just some like Amazon wheels. Not too sure. I don't know. They look like they're cheap, I guess. I don't know the word for them. They're not anything crazy, that's for sure. But yeah, let's get into the details of this car. So like I said, this is a 99 EX, so this was originally a VTEC car, Y8, D16 Y8. However, when I owned it, the block did blow up, so it has a Y7 in it with a Y8 head. Well, that's what I had in it. But after 2.5 years of not having it, it looks like somebody else snapped a timing belt or something and swapped it back to a Y7 head that matches the block. So now it's a Y7 block and head. So non-VTEC. Still has the VTEC ECU and everything. So hopefully I can eventually switch this car back to VTEC. Another couple things I don't know if I mentioned. I had a front lip on this car when I had it, as long as a rear lip, and I actually didn't have a hood. For the longest time. This hood I did put on here, but for the longest time when I owned this car, there was never a hood on it. A lot of my close friends and stuff know that's sort of what the car was known for around the area. A lot of people knew me for this car, and it was mainly known for not having a hood of all things. But so, like I said, let's get into the details. Let's jump in the interior and show you guys some things that I found kind of interesting. So now that we're in the interior, let's go ahead and talk about a few things. So one, the seats. These are Prelude seats. When I sold it, it had S2000 seats in it. They were black and gray, beautiful seats. They only had a little tiny tear in the bottom. However, they are currently not in here. There's just Prelude seats, like I said. Back is still factory seats. Carpet has been dyed. I did that when I owned it. It just enhances the interior so much. The gray of this car originally is just not the prettiest in my opinion, at least down there. It gets dirty easy, hard to clean, stains really easy. Moving on, we got the hybrid racing shift knob. I don't know the exact name of it. It's just a lightweight shift knob. This car does need the little cage bushing that's at the bottom. The 2 years of me owning it before I sold it, it's always been like this. You can still find every gear perfectly fine, just gets annoying sometimes. Other than that, there's not really too much going on in here, just a single DIN Pioneer radio. Cluster works, it just a lot of the lights flicker and just not the best. The hood latch broken as per every 90s Honda, so that's why I had to keep pliers in here. And there's really not much more to the interior. I did paint these with vinyl and fabric paint and did the headliner. It's just some cheap suede, but it needs redone. It's hard to see, but there's a hole in the sunroof right there. So I think that's it. Oh, and there's green lights. Kind of weird. But yeah, I think that's it with the interior, so let's jump to the exterior. So, like I said, not too much going on in the exterior. Got the circuit performance wheels. Again, I didn't put those on there. Clear tails. I forget where I got these. When I originally had the car, I was the one that put these on here. I absolutely love them. Got so many compliments on them. They're just beautiful taillights. It matches the white so good. They're just perfect for this car, especially with the sedans having the big taillights. Just perfect. Exhaust-wise, currently you can see there is no exhaust. It is just currently header dumped. It's just got cheap eBay headers. It sounds absolutely terrible. I hate it. Like I said, I want to go back to a Yonaka exhaust. In my opinion, that's a perfect exhaust. Sounds beautiful, especially with some like DC Sport headers. Sounds amazing. If you guys don't know, All Day Anthony, go watch him. Really popular YouTuber, got cool Civics. He has that exact same setup basically. So if that's what you want to hear, then go check out that. But other than that, again, not much going on. Clear headlights, factory, they're just black and clear. Not a huge fan. Other than that, not really much. So let's jump under the car as best as I can and show you guys the suspension. So it's probably really hard to see. This is the rear of the car. It has the True Heart lower control arms. Also, you cannot see, there is True Heart tow arms on this. I think they're still there. Not sure if they got taken off. As well as True Heart coilovers. Absolutely love them. I've had them on here the whole time I own this vehicle, and they're just amazing. I know a lot of people say they're not the greatest. They're just cheap. I don't think so. Like I said, I've had these on the car for about 4 years now. They've been on here since I sold it and since I owned it, and they still ride beautiful. I drove this car last night home and back to work today when I bought it, and still rides just as good as when I put them on. So absolutely amazing wheels. I'm not really sure what else to go over. Oh, we can go under the hood. So let me show you guys under the hood. So after struggling with the hood latch for about a good 2 minutes, finally got it open. As you can see, Honda guys know, service mode. So here we go. Here is the Y7. Might not be able to see the tag too well right there. Not sure if that's going to show up on camera or not. It's kind of bright out here. But here she is in all her glory. So as I said, this is a original VTEC car, so here's your plugs for the VTEC solenoid, and you can see there's not a VTEC solenoid. This car does have the ECU for it, like I said, and all the wiring. Just whoever owned this car in the 2 years of me not having it put a different engine in here, or a different head, I should say. When I owned this car, I did snap the timing belt, bent every single valve in this head, and I had a different white head on it. So this is about the third head or fourth that this car's had in the years of it being on this earth. So not the greatest of life, but she's here. So and really that's it. Stock airbox, stock everything. Does have new motor mounts that I have to fully put in so far. I've only got the one. I have the one sitting in the car for the rear, sides, and both the torque mounts. So get that shaking over with. It does have solid shift bushings for the shifter linkage, not the cage bushing like I said. I still need to figure out how to get one of those or where to get one, because that shifter slop has got to go. I had dealt with it for too long. But yeah, I think that's really about it on this car. So if you like this video and want to tag along to watch the build and watch me fix this car back up to what I have, and if not better, then like I said, stay tuned. Make sure to like and subscribe. Really appreciate that. So yeah, have a good one, guys.